Couldn't it just be that Caitlin Clark is like one of the most talented women basketball players in the history of the country? She comes on, she does amazing things, and then people say people say all of a sudden I'm now interested in something I wasn't before. Look at the attendance, look at the viewership, and then they watch the games, and she's constantly being abused. She was stabbed in the eye last night.
She was not stabbed in the eye. See, that's what I'm talking about. And by the way, why would you bring up that elbow that she gave another player on the court?
The WNBA has long served as a platform for intense competition, innovative talent, and occasionally breathtaking drama.
He ain't pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know, the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick.
Like cover that. Yeah, it definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary. 74?
However, nothing could have prepared fans for Angel Reese's whirlwind round.
Just saying, the WNBA gotta pay me more. It takes a lot of talent to rebound your own misses. Talk to me when Caitlin Clark gets 3 offensive rebounds a possession. If we're being honest, why am I not getting paid the same as Steph Curry or LeBron James?
Days after gaining notoriety for her audacious demand that WNBA players receive the same compensation as their NBA counterparts.
And my best friend, she a real bad.
They don't have ass like me.
You gotta be able to move it just a little bit. She's doing all this.
Reese was in the news once more, but for all the wrong reasons this time.
Beautiful dish inside. No, Suarez can't come up with it.
Fans and detractors alike are wondering whether her on-court performance justifies her off-court expectations after seeing this viral video of her missing a string of layups during a recent game. However, it appears like she forgot to jump at the end.
Good deep, I can see.
A little head fake. Air ball again, no.
We're going right into the heart of this dispute, so buckle in and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more explosive content. Is this just terrible timing, or is there something more going on? Reporting on sports.
Carter does a good job also finding Reese, but she misses again.
And Reese breaking up that pass. It's Angel Reese. Can't fit.
Missed layups that go viral and rocked the internet. Angel Reese's performance was anything but typical during a recent game. He finished 5 for 13 from the field, with one particularly embarrassing shot striking the underside of the backboard. It's not often that a basketball player's missed shots become the news of the sports world.
Inexplicable.
Give me the rock, because it...
Enrique's got 18. Off the Reese, the rebound, Maddie Seeger's got...
You read correctly. Not the rim, but the bottom, not the net, but rather the backboard's basic base, such as the...
rebounder she is, but then tries to do a reverie. And well, after catch...
like wildfire on social media, with admirers teasing a compilation of her best ever missed layups. Timelines were overrun with memes, and the takes came in quicker than Reese's rebounds. Whether it was a poor night or an indication of something more serious, the internet wasn't letting this one go. One fan even made the joke that she might be purposefully missing shots to boost her rebounding figures.
Repeatedly.
Raises vow to boycott the WNBA unless players received salaries equivalent to those of NBA players just days prior made waves. Thus, the timing of this viral moment couldn't have been worse.
Get in the field.
You need to come to the meetings.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us, if y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
That's a possibility, for real.
Yeah.
After this performance, the debate drastically changed, with detractors starting to question if Reese should be concentrating more on her game than her salary. Her audacious comment had already split fans, with some praising her bravery and others doubting her daring.
Be herself, Miss Angel Reese. Dominating performance, dominating win. How did you all excel tonight?
It's a team effort. I mean,
Ultimately, when your layups aren't even hitting the rim, how can you expect NBA-level compensation? Many people couldn't overlook the irony, and the response was swift and ruthless.
Shot clock is off. Angel Reese has 4. Yelling to get the ball into Reese.
But between the jokes and memes, there's a more important question. Is this merely a young athlete having a poor game? Or is it a sign of something more serious? While others contend that everyone has bad nights, Reese's missed layups have been a focal point for discussions concerning player performance remuneration and the demands of being in the spotlight. In any case, Reese's viral moment has put her at the center of a contentious discussion that doesn't appear to be abating the boycott threat that began it all. Some people think that if you're going to make strong demands, you'd best back them up with excellent play.
The WNBA gotta pay me more. It takes a lot of talent to rebound your own misses. Talk to me when Caitlin Clark gets 3 offensive rebounds a possession. If we're being honest, why am I not getting paid the same as Steph Curry or LeBron James? Y'all know I bust my ass to have the 30 people in the arena cheer me on. I'm literally boycotting the season. I hope y'all feel the effect of my absence. Good luck finding someone to watch rebound their misses 30 times a game. That kind of talent.
In a recent episode of her podcast, Angel Reese brazenly sat down with fellow player Dee Carrington and revealed a bombshell prior to the missed layups.
Misses up to 3 shots in a matter of seconds against the Washington Mystics.
Shoulder injury and good defense inside by Maisha Hines-Allen there on Reese.
Reese for a third one, blocked by Golson.
Yes, it is possible if you don't give us what we want. Her demand that WNBA players be paid salaries equivalent to those of their NBA counterparts, in reference to the notion of a WNBA boycott, was a daring and brazen statement that instantly generated discussion throughout the...
What does that mean? We deserve more.
Of course,
everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we gotta get paid for consequences. Damn, we gotta get it up.
Y'all gotta
like,
do something. Y'all gotta do something.
But the women coming in, what? Not this year, but next year, or because the ones coming in this year will still be on the rookie contract again. The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
No, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the
I
meetings.
gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
That's a possibility for real.
Yeah.
Some in the sports world commended Reese for utilizing her position to push for reform. Others, particularly as a novice, questioned if she was going too far.
Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits. All right, so Angel Reese says this. Rob, if you want to play this.
Reese's remarks were not unexpected. While NBA players make millions, the salary gap between the NBA and WNBA has always been a source of discontent. WNBA players frequently find it difficult to make ends meet with their pay.
I saw what Lainey was...
Reese acknowledged that she was unaware of her WNBA pay until she stated, "I don't even think that pays one of my bills trying to think of like my rent for where I stay, and I just hope you all know that the WNBA doesn't cover any of my costs."
Force that turnover playing zone, which is something the Sky rarely does.
The gap between her lifestyle and her income became the main topic of conversation when she calculated that her $73,000 rookie salary wasn't enough to meet her $8,000 monthly rent. However, this is where things get difficult. Even though Reese's dissatisfaction is reasonable, her strategy has garnered criticism, with many pointing out that the majority of athletes, particularly those in the WNBA, get the majority of their income from sponsorships and endorsements rather than league salary. Critics claimed that Reese must perform at an NBA level if she wants to be paid like an NBA star, which leads us back to the missed layups. Publicly complaining that her WNBA salary did not cover her rent while living in an apartment that costs $88,000 a month came across as tone deaf. Reese, in contrast to...
He pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
Might cover that. Yeah, it covers that. It definitely covers that.
What is my... I don't even know my salary. 74? Okay. Times...
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah. I don't even know my salary. Does it? You don't even... Yo! I'm living beyond my means! It's like... No, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000.
Let's discuss numbers. Although Angel Reese's rookie contract with the WNBA is a typical 4-year agreement worth $325,000 with an annual salary of about $73,000, It's crucial to keep in mind that the WNBA functions on a far smaller scale than the NBA. Rose. Player compensation is significantly impacted by the NBA's revenue, which is far higher than the league's in terms of viewing and attendance. As one opponent stated, "If I'm an NBA owner, I didn't get rich by wasting a couple million on something that has no chance of making money." Reese's demand for NBA-level compensation overlooks this basic economic reality.
With the 7th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Angel Reese, LSU.
Is not only dependent on her WNBA paycheck, as many athletes do, she has also made money off of her fame through sponsorships and endorsements. Her social media presence, especially on TikTok, has developed into a profitable avenue for corporate partnerships.
To take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me.
However, many have questioned why Reis is blaming the WNBA for her financial decisions after her public complaints about her paycheck not covering her $88,000 monthly rent have drawn attention because, after all, $88,000 per month adds up to $96,000 annually more than her entire WNBA salary.
Here is Clark. She will launch and bury a three.
Feet under her. Her hand had a clear out.
Turns, ducks in, back then like. Now Clark looking to push, cross-court pass. Pull, back to Clark. She will launch and bury.
While Reese has established herself as one of the faces of women's basketball, her recent performances haven't lived up to the hype, the most recent example being the viral missed layups. The discrepancy between her demands and her on-court performance has further intensified the criticism. Reese will need to demonstrate her value as an advocate for greater compensation if she hopes to be taken seriously, and at the moment, the resources and numbers don't support her.
Here's Reese at the elbow. Double defender, Sabali.
While Angel Reese is garnering media attention for her missed layups and boycott threats, another WNBA rookie is stealthily taking center stage. Caitlin Clark. Since her debut, Caitlin Clark, the former Iowa phenom who is now a WNBA star, has been breaking records and packing arenas.
She will launch and bury a three.
Since her debut, her games have routinely surpassed Reese's in terms of attendance and viewership, and her modest yet diligent personality has garnered her a devoted following. Ree and Clark's differences couldn't be more stark, and they now become the main topic of discussion.
Clark, she will launch and bury a three.
Evident in her first press conference as a WNBA player, Clark thanked the league and the Trailblazers who came before her, saying, "This is a big step for me, but it's just one step for the WNBA." Clark's approach to the WNBA has been completely different from Reese's. Rather than asking for more money, she is focused on earning it. Cynthia Cooper, the women that kicked down the door to let me in were Maya Moore, my basketball idol, and the great Destaley.
Find their way here offensively after this toots. Smith open on the perimeter, and she catches in on a three. Here is Clark. She will launch and bury a three. Cross-court pass. Pull, back to Clark. She will bury a three. Ball is trying to clear it.
Her on-court performance has further cemented her stature as a rising star, and her humility and thankfulness have struck a chord with fans.
But a secure defensive, standing offensive rebounding team. Clark